name is Rob Fremlin, and I'm your instructor for Chem 111 this semester. I wasn't going to make a welcome video because I thought I'd say hello to you actually in class on the 31st, but as you may or may not know, we will not be in class face-to-face on the 31st. We're going to start the first 3 weeks of the semester online. Now, I know you didn't sign up for that, so I'm going to do the best I can to make it as unlike an online class as possible for the first 3 weeks. And then when we get back into the classroom, we'll go right back to face-to-face. Right, towards that end, though, let me show you a few things. So first thing I've done is you have on your Canvas site, which will be open on Wednesday, I've added a little box to explain a couple things. And I have this welcome module, and this is your normal syllabus, which I'm going to go over. This is an addendum to the syllabus that I'm going to go over as well. There will be a copy of this video placed in here. This is my Zoom and your lecture schedule. Okay, everything else I'll go over in a little bit. So let me first go over what the addendum to the syllabus says. All right, you can read this on your own. What this basically has is how to get into Zoom, has the password, and that we are going to be online the first 3 weeks of class. So we will be back in class the week of the 21st, but the 21st of February is a holiday, so our first day back in class will be the 23rd of February, which is a Wednesday, and we will be having a test that day, but you will have been on Zoom with me a lot, so you will be prepared for that exam. All right, so the only change to the syllabus I'm making really is that instead of me lecturing in a classroom with a marker and using the PowerPoints, I'm going to lecture on Zoom, and I'll be writing on a whiteboard on Zoom. Because they are Zoom lectures, I will record them and I'll save them. I'll put them in this module here. Okay, so basically the first 5-6 lectures will be posted there. After that, we'll be back face-to-face. The other changes are there were a few assignments that you were going to have to turn in that we were going to do in class. Those assignments, in order to keep things going, will be turned in online. And those assignments are the first reading assignment, the first in-class discussion, and the first 2 homework assignments. And I'll show you where I've placed them. Basically, you'll answer questions on a piece of paper and just upload them as a PDF. So it's not going to be like taking a fully online course in terms of how it's graded. All right. After that, we'll be face-to-face, and starting with homework 3, you'll turn that in actually in class. All right. So, and as I said, the first day of class, I'll go over this and I'll explain things and I can answer questions. Let me go through your syllabus and the Canvas site, and then I'll stop doing this. All right. So this is Chem 111. Chemistry 111 is chemistry and society. So the approach to this class is we're going to go through some basic chemistry stuff and then use that and apply it to societal problems. We do some stuff on energy. We'll talk about the pandemic and vaccines. I have that later in the course, but we'll talk about that as well. We'll talk about, I said, energy, climate change, water, things like that. And a lot of times I'll have articles in the paper. I actually just changed an assignment because I saw a really interesting article in the paper that I thought applied to this class. All right, so I'm pretty convinced you'll find this class interesting. I know most of you are not science majors, so that's okay. I like you anyway. But you know, this is a class you can use. I know when I was in college as a science major, I had to take like a humanities class, and I thought, oh, who needs this? And I was young and I didn't know any better. So you're going to learn from my wisdom that, you know, this may not be in your field, but this is stuff you can use. All right. So I hope you'll find it interesting. The textbook, this stuff you can read for yourself. Now, if you are a science major, you're probably in the wrong course, and so you should talk to your counselor about that. All right, textbook is the Chemistry in Context, Applying Chemistry to Society, 10th edition. It's a product of the American Chemical Society. Other editions, older editions, are fine. All right, office hours. My office is in MS 415K. And these are the office hours: Tuesday 8 to 11, Wednesday 11 to 12, Thursday 10 to 11. Tuesdays, I am going to have the first hour and a half. I will also have a Zoom session open. That's for a different class, but you can certainly come to that even when we're back face-to-face. Now, obviously, face-to-face, that's the hours. I will honor those office hours while we're online, and I'll just do them on Zoom. All right. Now, even though we're going to be on Zoom, I want you to attend the lectures because this is an asynchronous course. So the lectures will be given online, and I will be taking roll. I can take roll on Zoom. So please, please attend. You'll get something out of it. I'm not going to waste your time. Other than that, once we're back face-to-face, I want you in class. All the data that's been collected on student learning says attendance in class is a good idea. The last day to drop is April 8th. And just remember that if you do decide to drop the class, which I hope you won't, but if you decide to drop, please make sure you do it. Don't just assume I'm going to drop you. All right, this is COVID protocol, so you can read all that. You guys all know that stuff. All right, so I talked about the lecture. Due dates will be given in class, except for the ones that we're doing online. So let me go through the grading, and then I'll go through the Canvas site. All right, do I have the Canvas site here? No. Okay, so actually let's kind of do it in parallel. All right, so here's the Canvas site. I talked about this. All the lecture material I'm going to do face-to-face. However, I am probably going to use my PowerPoints. So this is right here. This is a first PowerPoint. I'll be popping that up, and then I'll be lecturing on it on Zoom for the first couple. Now, these videos here, these are old videos. These are the videos I made when I was teaching the course online. You never have to look at these if you don't want to, but if you want to look at lectures later and watch my old videos, you're more than welcome to do it. A lot of these, I might do this in one lecture, but I may have broken it up into a couple of videos. All right, and we'll be doing the online probably up through here. All right. So like I said, these videos that are posted, you never have to look at them, but I will be going through the PowerPoints in class, right? Once we get down to here, we should be back face-to-face. Same idea. I'll be using the PowerPoints. These videos you can watch if you want, but you don't have to. They're not going to be the same as what I do because I'll be doing it live, but it's the same guy talking about the same material. Okay, now, as far as grading goes, the class is graded on course discussions, homework, reading assignments, and exams. So let me go through each one of those. So let's go through the discussions. The discussions are going to be a short. The first one we're going to have to do online, and then you'll write it up and you'll turn it in. And so if you look on here, you'll see right away, in-class discussion. We'll do that the first day, and then what you'll do is you'll answer the question on a piece of paper, and you'll click here and you can upload it. All right, and typically the discussions are about the topic, but before we cover it. So I kind of just want you to start thinking about stuff, and everybody has preconceived notions, so you may have some ideas about something that are spot on. You may have some ideas that are missing some information, or nowadays maybe everyone has some incorrect information here and there as well. And then we'll go through the material, but it's kind of fun to talk about it, kind of interesting to talk about it before. And they're throughout the course. Okay. In addition, there will be 5 of those. They're graded on a 5-point basis. Okay. In addition, there are reading assignments. So this one I actually just redid today. I made this. This is an article I saw in the San Diego paper, and it's about the scientific method in the context of COVID. And so what you'll do is you'll read this, and there's questions, and then you can answer the questions on a piece of paper and upload them here. Same with homework. So just to show you what this looks like, this is a homework assignment. And so this should come up. And it's the same idea. You'll answer the questions on a separate piece of paper, and you'll upload them here. My computer's it's not going really, really fast. Well, I'll wait till it comes up, and I'll show it to you. All right. And so the reading assignments, there are 6 of them. And I'm going to count the best 5. They're 10 points each. Homework, I have 12, and I'm going to count the best 11. Just to show you what a homework assignment looks like, these are the questions, and you just answer them on a separate sheet of paper. Book questions, if you have the 10th edition, you do these. If you have the 9th edition, you do these. If you have the 8th edition, you do those. If you have anything before that, you're going to have to talk to me. All right? And you'll upload them. As I said, you'd upload it here, I know this is bouncing around a lot. You'd upload it here. Same with homework 2. Homework 3, I don't have an upload spot because you'll turn that one in class, right? So that's how the homeworks are graded. And the homework, there's a lot of questions. I'm going to give you 5 points just for doing it. And then I'm going to pick 5 questions to grade. And if you got all 5 of those correct, you'll get the other 5. So they're up to 10 points. Again, I throw out the lowest. The exams, there's going to be 4 midterm exams. They're 100 points each. They're the whole period. And you just do them in class. And I will throw out the lowest. There are 100 points each, as I said, and then there is a final, and I don't care if you've gotten perfect scores on everything, you're still taking the final. The final is also 100 points. And grading-wise, here's the grading. So I am going to throw out, I guess there's only 4 discussions. I think I probably have 5, and I'm going to throw one out. I don't remember. I'll have to look and see. But the discussions are going to count 4. The homework, I'm going to count 11. The reading assignments, I'm going to count 5. The exams, I'm going to count 3. And then it comes out to be this, and then I just do to 580 is a total. Remember the final everyone takes, and then it's a 90, 80, 70 scale. All right, so that should make that pretty straightforward. Any type of a disability you have, there's nothing I can do if I'm not aware of it, so I need to know. So please tell me. You can email me. You can talk to me privately. It's no one's business but yours and mine. But I can't help you if I'm unaware. And if you don't have any disabilities, or maybe you just struggle in courses, you can certainly talk to the DSPS office. Maybe they can help you with some things. All right. And as I said, as far as let me just, before I go through student success, one more thing on exams and homework also. Once you get the homework back, since I'm not grading everything, these are the answer keys to all the homeworks. And so what I will do is after I return homework 1, I will open this up and I will make this available. And so you can look and see what the correct answers were for those homeworks. And I'll make each of these available after it's turned in, or probably right around when I return it. All right. Reading assignments don't really work that way. They're more thought-provoking. And then the exams, these are the exams I gave last time I taught this course, which was last spring. These are the actual answer keys to the exams. I typically have a small number of true, false, and about 10 multiple choice, and then everything else is short answer. I'm going to use the same format for the new exams. These exams, obviously I'm not going to use these exams, but they're going to be very similar because it's the same person writing an exam over the same material. So, you know, but things may change. We may come up with a topic that we decide to throw in. But just to give you a feel for what these look like, if you want, when you're getting ready to take exam 1 in my class, you can click on this old one and you can see the types of questions I asked and even the answers to them. I will leave these up. But what I'll do is after you take your exam 1, when I return it, I will delete this and I'll put your exam 1 down here so that after you get your exam back, you can see what the right answers were. All right, the last thing I want to cover is just some student success stuff. Some of you, this may very well be very early in your college career. So learning how to be a good student is a really important skill. So I would say, first of all, anything you've done in the past that made you a good student, I would say keep doing that. Anything you've done in the past that made you struggle as a student, don't do that anymore. All right, that's the best thing. The biggest problem I see students having is not really what's between your ears, but what's between 7 in the morning and 7 in the evening. You guys have really busy lives, so you know you're working. Maybe you have some children, you have a family life, you have all sorts of other things going on. So it's really important that you manage your time well, and you want to look at your life and be realistic about, do I have time for this course? And so you can assume you're going to spend a couple hours outside of class for every hour inside, and that'll vary from student to student and from week to week. But you know, figure you might be spending 6 or 8 hours a week, reading the textbook, doing the homework, maybe doing the reading assignments. All right. For those of you in lab, another thing in terms of time management is take advantage of your lab time. So the lab will finish, and we may have some time left. Well, you can go, but you can also work on your lecture stuff and you can ask me questions, all right? Obviously reading the textbook, you pay for it, right? Taking notes, right? I'm gonna do all this stuff live, so taking notes. I don't care if you guys work together on stuff except for the exams. You have to do the exams on your own. So if you want to work together with a couple of friends on homework or reading assignments, feel free to do that. I do want each assignment turned in one person's name on it, right? But you can certainly work together. Getting behind is a bad idea in any class. Also doing homework. And please, 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 my office hours are not for me, they're for you all. So come in, come to the Zoom sessions, ask questions, right? Come by my office. Even if you want to just say hi and chat, that's fine too. All right, behavior code of conduct, is pretty standard language. This class, sometimes we will deal with some topics that some people may have very strong feelings about. I try not to pass judgment in general unless something's just flat out wrong. But let's be respectful of each other. So if people don't agree with you, we will, we will listen to you, and you listen to us, and vice versa. So this is an educational institution. So we're not trying to convince anybody politically. So let's try to keep it, keep it civil. We can do better than Congress does. All right. So that's pretty much the course. I've gone over this stuff in the video. If I missed anything, I'm going to go over it in class as well on the 31st. So I will see you on the 31st. Please be on Zoom at 12:45 on the 31st, and we will have our first class session. Take care of yourselves.